Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome to my place. So for today's video, I want to share with you 3 of my favorite assembly foods. And you might be wondering, what is an assembly food? Well, basically it is a snack or a meal that you can whip up in no time and still eat like a rock star and not put any effort into it at all. And if you're lazy just like me, you'll want to know what these recipes are. So today I want to show you how to make a salmon cream cheese tartine, homemade California rolls, and also your own personal pizza that you can make any time of the day, which makes a really great snack or a meal. And if you want to see how I make this, please keep on watching. For the smoked salmon cream cheese tartine, you're going to need, of course, your smoked salmon. Here is a slice of pumpernickel bread, and here is some cream cheese. Okay, so the steps to making the first snack is really a no-brainer. All the ingredients are right here and all we have to do is compile it together. And I chose the pumpernickel bread because it does have a stronger flavor than normal white bread. It's made of rye flour and also has a higher fiber content than white bread. So I thought it paired nicely with the salmon and the cream cheese. So all we have to do is put them together. So you can use as little or as much cream cheese as you want. I'm just gonna spread a thin layer over the pumpernickel bread. Oh, I'm so hungry already. And then I'm gonna take my pieces of smoked salmon and just layer it on top. It looks really fancy, but really spent no time on it. So you're basically done, and if you wanted to get a little bit fancy schmancy, you could put like a piece of dill on it. It adds a nice aesthetic touch. And yeah, so this is basically the first snack. So let's get on to the California rolls. Okay, the second recipe I am going to show you is Quinoa California Rolls. And yes, for any sort of recipe that involves a type of grain, I always substitute it with quinoa because I have so much of it at home and I really need to eat it. So, you've seen me make quinoa before. I basically took 1 cup of quinoa, boiled it in 1 cup of water. It's basically a 1-to-1 ratio. And when it boiled down and absorbed all of the water, I put a tablespoon and a half of rice vinegar into the quinoa, and then I chilled it in the fridge for a couple of hours. So this is basically the rice part of the California rolls. And for the filling, you can use whatever you have in your fridge. I just have here some avocado, cucumbers, and some of the leftover smoked salmon from the tartine I made earlier. You can always substitute it with sushi grade sashimi if you would like. And of course, I have my piece of quinoa. Oh, sorry, my piece of seaweed right here. And yeah, so let's get to making the California rolls. Okay, so first you'd want to fill up the seaweed with your quinoa. And I just wanted to note that on your piece of seaweed, you should see a shiny side and a rougher side. Put the shiny side facing down so the quinoa goes on top of the rough side. I just believe the quinoa will adhere better to this side of the seaweed. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill it up. Okay, so you see here that I filled up the quinoa on the seaweed, not to fill up the whole sheet, but just leave a little strip at the end, so when you roll up the California roll, it's easier for you. Now you're going to place the ingredients that you have here into the California roll. It's really important not to overstuff your California roll, just so it will come out nicely at the end. And now I'm just going to roll it up. So I am going to roll the sushi together with the bamboo wrapper I have here. So I'm just gonna roll it on top. So I want to keep all of the stuffing in the first wrap of my sushi. I'm just going to go over like this and then press firmly. Then you're going to take the wrapper, separate it from the rest of the roll, and bring it over again and wrapping the California roll. And then you're going to press firmly, and then you're going to continue doing this until the entire roll is completed. So after you cut up the California roll, you should end up with little cute rolls that look just like this. Okay, let's move on to the pizza. Okay, so for our last meal, we're gonna have our own personal pizza, and today I am making the classic Margherita Pizza. So what you're gonna need is 200 grams of pizza dough. This is pre-made. I just got it from the grocery. Here are a couple slices of mozzarella cheese. Here is some basil, and here are the ingredients for the tomato paste, which are so super easy. So here is just a can of tomato paste, and you're gonna need a drizzle of olive oil and some Italian seasoning, and that's basically it. Oh, and 1 cup of water. So I'm just gonna mix all of the ingredients for the tomato paste, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with the really easy to make pizza sauce. I'll leave all of the measurements of the ingredients down below in the description box. Okay, so now I'm going to take my cutting board right here, and I already lightly floured it with flour. And then I'm going to take my dough and start spreading it out into the shape and size that I want it to. Okay, so when you finally get into some sort of shape, a decent shape that can hold your toppings, put a thin layer of sauce on top. Oops, it's not perfect, but who's keeping track? And then you're gonna place your mozzarella pieces on top. And then you're just going to sprinkle a couple pieces of basil. I'll just maybe. Make it look pretty. Okay, and now I am going to preheat my oven for 425 degrees and just bake it for about 20 minutes. I'll be back with all of my assembly foods. Okay, so all 3 of our assembly foods are finally done, and it's time for the taste test again. So let's start off with the California rolls we have here. Let me just get my chopsticks. Okay, so I have my wasabi and my soy sauce. I actually don't taste too much of a difference between the quinoa and normal Japanese rice. So I think it's a good alternative if you can swap out different types of grains and see which ones are healthier for you. And yeah, this is really great because it's easy to pack for lunch, and I think this one's a winner. Okay, so let's move on to the Salmon Tartine. Tartine is basically just another fancy word for open-faced sandwich. So we have it right here. Just gonna take a bite. The pumpernickel bread is adds a little bit of sweetness, and I think it counteracts the saltiness of the salmon and the cream cheese really nicely. So another great winner right there. I think it would be a very good breakfast choice. And now the Margherita Pizza. Let me just show you close up what it looks like. So it's just this piece of divine goodness right here. So I'm gonna cut a piece up. Well, the mozzarella cheese is just... Okay, that noise is my chair. It's not me. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely really tasty, very fresh. I didn't add extra salt to the pizza sauce, so it's not too salty. I think this is also a great way to indulge in pizza while not really indulging at all. So yeah, these are 3 of my most favorite assembly foods, and they're really easy to make. All the ingredients are in the description box, and it would mean so much to me if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, I will have a giveaway if I reach 100 subscribers, so please help me get there. Alright, I guess I'll see you later. Bye!